Hi, series recapped here. Today I'm going to explain the final part of a science fiction comedy drama television series called Upload. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. Nora is brought to her boss's office and warned about maintaining a romantic relationship with an Upload. She argues that she just drifted off in her seat, but the boss doesn't buy it. If she's found getting too close to Nathan again, she'll be suspended. Later, the two are together when Nathan suggests that they meet in his room the next time they decide to hang out. Nora looks at him and smiles, unable to hide that she fancies him. Her father is about to take a tour of Lakeview today. She wants Nathan to show him around and try to convince him to be uploaded after his death. Although Nathan doesn't know how to impress fathers, he agrees to accompany Mr. Anthony. Meanwhile, Ingrid is in a support group for wives. The women share the experiences they have with their partners and help each other with advice. Ingrid reveals that she cheated on Nathan with his best friend Jamie before Nathan's death. It was only one night, and she kicked the guy out the next morning, but she had been feeling guilty ever since. If Nathan finds out, he might revolt, so she wants to get married to him as soon as possible. The women suggest she go slow because he might run away if she's too pushy. After the meeting with Nathan, Nora is watching the news. She's shocked to see that Nathan's business associate Josh and his partners were killed last night because of an upload malfunction. The series of deaths happening are all related to Nathan somehow, which she finds interesting. She tells Nathan about it, but he doesn't remember Josh because of the memory loss. Then Mr. Anthony arrives at Lakeview and is introduced to Nathan. Nora leaves them to explore the afterlife and watches over them from her workplace. The guys go to the dining hall, the memory booth, horse riding, and many other places. Mr. Anthony is pleasantly surprised that Nathan sounds and feels like a real person even though he's dead. In the meantime, Luke is with Ingrid's 100-year-old grandmother. Her avatar is of a young black and white lady, which he finds interesting. The two flirt with each other and end up making love. In the real world, Nora notices her boss walking out for lunch. She sneaks into her office and looks for information concerning Josh. She doesn't find anything significant, but is able to get her hands on an employee number that doesn't belong to anyone. Before she investigates further, her boss arrives and she has to rush outside. At the end of the day, Nora meets her father and asks him if he liked the afterlife. He says he loves it, but still doesn't want to upload. Because his wife is not in Lakeview, no matter how nice the place is, he doesn't want to be there. Nora's disappointed that she won't get to see him after his death, but she understands her father's wish. The following day, Nathan goes to the memory booth and rewatches a meeting between him and Jamie. They're having an argument about the next step they should take for the company. However, many parts of the conversation are missing from his remembrances. The operator asks him to choose happy memories because the intense one is hurting his program. Nathan thinks of the time he was happiest and says he wants to go back to last Sunday. It was the day he and Nora were together. They're watching over the lake and joking around. Nora tricked him into jumping into the water before being pulled down herself. Back in the present, the operator gets suspicious of their relationship, so Nathan has to make an excuse and run away. But the incident is reported to Nora's boss. Because it was Nora's last chance to maintain a professional relationship with Nathan, she's suspended for a week. Her boss takes over her avatar and goes to meet Nathan. Coincidentally, this is when Nathan decides to tell Nora that he likes her more than a friend. Nora's boss plays along and is in shock. Nathan soon realizes that she's acting strange and apologizes for crossing boundaries. After the interaction, he's so embarrassed that he wants the ground to swallow him. He no longer wants to meet her and hence calls his mother Viv to be located somewhere else. The poor woman has no money to pay for his upload services. Still, he starts looking for the cheapest options. Nathan cannot ask Ingrid for help since she won't allow him to leave Lakeview. He's allowed to explore more options in the form of a hard drive that Viv acquires from an office. If any damage is done to the hard drive, he will cease to exist. But since a protective case costs $40, Viv keeps him out in the open. Alicia notices Nathan's absence from Lakeview and informs Nora. She's shocked because the last time she met Nathan, he was loving the afterlife. She assumes that his killers have planned this to end his life once and for all. To stop them, she will have to go to LA to meet Ingrid and Viv. In the following scene, Viv goes to a cheap afterlife agency and brings Nathan out as a lamp. They explore the options in their budget, which do not look appealing. At the same time, Nora arrives in LA and knocks at Ingrid's door. Ingrid is shocked to find that her boyfriend was ejected from Lakeview. She assumes he's with Viv and calls her. While she's busy, Nora goes through a box that says Nathan's name on the outside. Among other things, she finds a t-shirt and keeps it as a souvenir. Following that, the girls set off for the Afterlife agency to look for Nathan. While entering the building, Nora notices a man eyeing them as if he knows something. She thinks it is strange but dismisses it. Upon seeing that Nora is there to bring him back, Nathan agrees to go to Lakeview. Ingrid thinks he likes Nora's service and doesn't suspect their relationship. Viv and Ingrid get into an argument about who gets to hold Nathan's hard drive. Nora hands it to Ingrid but switches it secretly. Outside, the man from earlier snatches the drive and throws it into a fountain. Ingrid cries, seeing that her boyfriend is dead, but Nora reveals that he's alive because she has the original drive. She's now sure that someone wants Nathan dead, and it is the same person who murdered him. A while later, Nora and Nathan meet in the afterlife. She hugs him and is glad that he's back. While talking, they find out that the person who was with Nathan earlier was not her. She has also gotten her job back because Ingrid put in a good word for her to the company's owner. Nathan tries confessing his feelings to Nora, but she asks him to talk to his girlfriend before talking to her. A week later, Nora is walking down the block when she notices a huge line of people in front of the Freon outlet. It is a company that allows people to build their own afterlife at a very low price. The idea is identical to the one Nathan wanted to create. At work, the employees are informed of an important update happening at Lakeview tonight. Several upgrades are being made to make the residents' life even more lavish. One thing they have to make sure of is that everyone in Lakeview must be asleep when the update takes place. While preparing for the update party, Nora's boss taunts her about being in a relationship with an upload. Nora doesn't fall into her trap, asserting that she has a human boyfriend, Byron. The ladies get into an argument that ends when Nora promises to bring Byron to the party to prove that she and Nathan are just friends. Back in Lakeview, Nathan is thinking of a way to break up with Ingrid. Luke thinks it is a bad idea because without her, he'll be downgraded to level 1, with no facility whatsoever. Following that, Nathan and Viv meet with an afterlife manager to talk about finances. They wish to downgrade to level 1, but even that is out of their budget. After the meeting, Nathan calls Jamie to ask for help, but he doesn't pick up. However, he listens to the voice memo that Nathan leaves him. He feels bad for not helping his friend in his time of need. In the evening, everyone is at the party at Nora's workplace and at Lakeview. In between an egg hunt, Nathan gets a call from Jamie. He apologizes for not calling and reveals that he slept with Ingrid. He has been feeling guilty ever since that happened, which is why he avoided Nathan. He only has $3,000 at the moment, which he promises to give Nathan so he can downgrade. The friends end the call on a good note. When Ingrid finds out that Nathan is downgrading, she tries to convince him otherwise. However, he bluntly says that he wants a breakup. Following that, Nathan meets Nora, who wants to keep him up during the upgrade. She thinks it will cause him to recover his memory. Upon finding out that he broke up with Ingrid, she finally sees a future with him. Nora has brought him an icon. It is a device that shows him the code of any object in the afterlife. Since Nathan is a programmer, he can use it to change things he doesn't like even though it is illegal. Somewhere else, Ingrid is crying hysterically after being dumped. She gets into an argument with her father Dave and reveals that she helped Nathan on the night of his death. It is clear that Dave had to do something with the murder, but they do not elaborate on it. At night, everyone in Lakeview is put to sleep. Nora sneaks into the office and wakes Nathan up. The two stand on his balcony during the update and share their first kiss. Just before Nathan is updated, he's warned that he might lose all memories that he made after his arrival at Lakeview. This means he won't remember Nora, but she knows finding out about his murderer is more important. The following morning, Nathan wakes up and doesn't remember anything. Nora introduces herself as his angel and cries afterward. The deleted memories come back to him. In a flashback, we are shown that Ingrid's father Dave wanted to buy the code that Nathan created. However, Nathan and Jamie had a disagreement because Jamie didn't want to sell it to Dave. Dave asked Nathan to betray his friend and sell the code behind his back, and he did it. All this time, Nathan was in the wrong and not Jamie. Nora also finds this out and is disappointed in him. She believes he'll betray her too if they were to be together. In the following scene, we find out Nathan never lost his memory. He didn't want to face Nora, ashamed of his actions. This is why he pretended to have forgotten her altogether. His day gets worse because now he has to go to level 1 of the hotel. He's given a plain white room and no change of clothes. Everything he does costs money, like moving around and thinking too much. If he runs out, he'll be frozen until the money is paid from the outside. He feels guilty for lying to Nora and calls her. Initially, she ignores the call, but picks up in the end. He reveals that he remembers her and apologizes for lying. He's also embarrassed that he betrayed his best friend. As Nora talks to him through a VR, a strange man enters her room through the window. When she notices this, she runs out of the window as he chases her with a knife. Nathan witnesses everything and panics. He uses the icon to hack into security cameras and see where the two are going. He also helps Nora by instructing her to go into an elevator. When the thug follows her inside another room, Nathan moves the elevator dangerously and kills him. In the end, Nora is safe. A while later, her father arrives at her house and asks her to go to a safe place because someone is clearly after her. Prior to leaving, Nora calls Nathan and tells him that she loves him. Before Nathan can reply, he runs out of data and is frozen. A while later, Ingrid comes to Nathan and unfreezes him, revealing that she has also been uploaded. The season ends as Nathan freaks out and runs out of data again. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out.